try to take off with the guap, they gon' make your body flop. Is you feeling like a savage? Cause I'm feeling like a savage.
Welcome back to the Beard Bros first annual 33 for 33 series. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you don't, well, I don't know what's your problem, man. We're doing the 2022 NFL season predictions. As well as you know, today is the Seattle Seahawks. Probably the worst results of the offseason that any team had, pretty much. They went from somewhat contenders to now pretty much tanking and seeing where they're going to draft and get a quarterback. Yeah. You don't know, Russell Wilson was traded in the offseason to the Denver Broncos, and as of yesterday, signed like a 5-year, $250 million plus, extension with the Broncos, as well as Seattle did announce that Tavares Jackson will be their Week 1 starter. They did extend DK Metcalf in the offseason. I think he's like the third highest wide receiver signing behind Tyreek, Devontae, and I think it was him. He only got 3 years extension for like $75 million. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, he got extended, and so I guess he wants to be in Seattle. So I'm more than sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Maybe I dreamt it. I don't know. But I'm almost certain he signed with them. Anyways, it's hard to say what the Seattle's going to be like without Russell Wilson and allowing Pete Carroll to pretty much be the guy, be the head honcho, I guess. You picked your coach over your star. And we're about to see what that really means.
Back to what they were in the early 2000s. Not very good.
Not very good.
Have good players, but not Super Bowl caliber team. Like they had Sean Alexander. They had who was their wide receiver back then? Can't remember who their wide receiver was, but they had like those guys, and now you have Lockett and Metcalf, and they're like,
he signed a 3-year, $72 million extension.
That's still a lot.
But yes, he did sign with them. And
that's a lot of fucking money.
He's in Seattle for a while. Nonetheless, they lost a lot. We're going to go through it, kind of probably speed through it. I don't have much to say about Seattle other than I'm not high on Seattle. I really don't have much promise for them, and you're about to see why.
They better take 2 years to get Manning.
To be honest, I'm not even sure they're going to have to tank. I just think that their competition right now is going to be tough.
That's true. Because their division, there's 3 really good teams. Well, good teams.
I mean, Kyler Murray is capable of winning you some games by himself. Mm-hmm. Now, whether or not he can win more than that, I don't know. And then you got to think Niners and Rams, they're 2 juggernaut teams right now.
Yeah, so, that's true.
Let's dive right in. Week 1. They will be hosting their old faithful Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos. Week 1? He's going home? He's going back to Seattle?
There's a lot of week 1s. Baker.
But I don't think Baker's in Cleveland. I think they're in Carolina. But he's still versing Cleveland.
Either way, that's like
who else is versing who?
I don't know. I would have to look at it, but I know there was another one that was like that.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it was Devontae. It was somebody else. I can't remember.
It don't matter.
But yeah, that's 2 big ones right there already.
Okay, week 1, Seattle versus the Broncos at home. Who do you have?
I had the Denver Broncos winning.
Yeah, this is one of 2 Monday night games, and this is one of 2 that I like Denver winning. So Denver wins this game pretty easily, I think.
Yep. Then they go to San Fran to play the 49ers.
And I have them losing to San Francisco.
I also have them losing to San Francisco.
Okay. Then they go back home to versus Atlanta at home.
I had Atlanta Falcons winning this game.
I also had Atlanta Falcons winning this game.
Then they go to Detroit to play the Lions.
And who did you have?
I had the Lions winning this game.
Okay. Then they...
Who'd you have?
Oh, wait. I had Detroit winning this game, too.
Okay.
I did. And then they go to New Orleans, but I think this game is in London.
I think it was.
And so the Saints are technically at home. And I want to know what you had.
On the Saints, I had the Saints winning this game.
I, too, had the Saints winning this game against the Seattle in London.
Oh, my God. So they go home to play the Cardinals.
And I have them losing to the Cardinals right now.
I had them losing to the Cardinals as well.
Okay, so then they go to L.A. to verse the Chargers. Who did you have?
The Los Angeles Chargers
Winning?
winning.
I also had the Chargers winning this game.
Then they go home to play the New York Giants.
New York Giants, this is like a Halloween-ish game. But there's no trick-or-treat for the Seattle Seahawks, and the Giants go into Seattle and beat Seattle.
Yeah, it's spooky season in Seattle, and I think the Giants are going to creep in there and win this game.
Only thing spooky is this record right now.
Yeah, it's booty. That's what it is.
Okay, so then they go to Arizona to verse the Cardinals in Arizona. Who do you have?
This is where Arizona wins again.
Yeah, Arizona gets another win at home against the Seattle Seahawks. And after 9 weeks, what do you have Seattle at?
0-9.
I also had them at 0-9. I want to know, does anyone out there like Seattle more than us? And if so, how many wins up until now did you have?
There's one,
There's
two,
2 games
three.
on here I'd probably switch. Maybe three if I count Atlanta.
Giants, Atlanta, and maybe the Lions. Maybe.
I say the Saints, the Giants, maybe Atlanta.
Oh, that's what I meant. Not the Lions. The Saints.
Maybe the Lions, but I don't think so.
But
or
yeah,
maybe they split with the Cardinals, maybe. But
Atlanta, Saints, and Giants are the only 3 teams I could see on that first front.
Okay.
So then they go to Tampa to play the Buccaneers, who's actually our game next tomorrow.
Oh, well, Tampa gets a win.
Tampa Bay, you get a win.
And then they go into the bye week. And then they come out of the bye week. And they verse the Las Vegas Raiders at home. Does that matter?
No. And so far, their schedule is probably one of the hardest schedules, even for a good team. Their schedule is pretty hard. Broncos, Chargers, Lions, Cardinals twice already, Tampa, and the Raiders. That's 6 out of the 11 games.
That's weird that they play. Oh, never mind. They do play the whole division. Never mind. Okay.
Who do you got on that Raider game, though?
I have Raiders winning.
Okay.
Raiders are a better team.
So then they go to the Los Angeles Rams SoFi Stadium, another hard game.
And they get beat again.
They get beat on my schedule as well.
Okay, so then they go home to verse the Carolina Dustin
Poirier.
Baker Mayfield Panthers.
And the Panthers win this game.
I was gonna say Dustin Baker, the coach of the Astros.
Oh, Dustin Baker.
Or he's Dusty.
Dusty. I was like, who's the hell's Dustin?
Anyways, yeah, I have Carolina winning this game. You had Carolina losing?
No, I have them winning.
Oh, I thought you said Carolina losing.
Might have, but I meant
think you did
I
say
meant
that.
they were supposed to win.
Okay, so you have Seattle losing again.
Yep.
Okay, me too.
So a Thursday nighter against the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, and it's a short week. There's a chance. And the chance fades away and they lose.
Mine doesn't. They beat the San Francisco.
You have them beating San Fran?
San Fran.
So that's their first win on your schedule.
That's the first one.
Okay, then they go to Kansas City to verse the Chiefs on a Saturday night. Who do you have?
The Chiefs.
Yeah, I agree. Chiefs are better than the Seattle Seahawks, and they get this win.
They go home to play the Jets.
And the Jets are no good. And Seattle is clearly no good. This was the hardest game to pick up the schedule. But I have no teams going defeated. So I have the Jets losing to Seattle in Seattle, giving Seattle a win.
Okay, yeah, I have Seattle losing this game.
Okay, so then against the Rams to end their 2022 season, what do you have?
Rams win.
Rams win as well. So I ended up at 1-16, and you ended up at 1-16.
I just gave him a different win. I looked at it. I should have gave him the Jets win too.
I mean, like I said, I could have given them the Saints. I could have given them the Giants, maybe Atlanta.
I don't know the Giants. Giants are still. I think they're an up team.
Either
I
way,
think
there
they're
was like
inclining.
3-4 games I could have given them a win instead of a loss. I could have given them maybe 4 wins.
Like if they play the Texans, I think they could beat the Texans.
I just don't think
The Jets.
I think the Pete Carroll is going to be like the Bill Belichick effect, where they're defensive coordinators. They don't have a guy under center that can lead them to wins. Like Mac Jones got him there, but I think it was just they still had Josh McDaniels.
It's at least good for them because he's young, so you don't really know
But
his
Josh
upsides.
McDaniels has proven to be a guru on an offensive side. They
That's-
lost him. We're going to see Mac Jones without him, and Bill Belichick's the guy.
Well, they do have an offensive coordinator.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is he's the leader here. And Josh McDaniels, Bill Belichick could say, hey, take over the offense. I'm going to work on the defense. Now, I think Bill Belichick's going to dip his toes in there and be in the head of that offensive coordinator because they need wins. Same thing here. Pete Carroll has not been without Russell. This is his first year without Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson, there's guys I think we talked about this, but there's guys in the league that are quarterbacks that you immediately give them like 2 extra wins or 3 extra just because of who they are.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, if you put them here, like we talked about Herbert on the Jets, they may not be a playoff team, but he's probably getting another 3, maybe 4 wins just because he's that good. That's how I feel right now. Russell Wilson being in Denver now, Seattle not having a real guy. Like they traded for a guy.
And their defense is trash.
Yeah, and their defense is not what they used to be. They don't have Bobby Wagner no more. Sherman's not there. Ken Chancellor's been gone. Like Shaquille Griffin retired, and it's all over. Like if Seattle wins more than 1 game, I'll be surprised.
Yeah, I think that's if there was a
They're
bet.
the bottom for me. I think there was one other team I gave 1 win to. I don't remember who.
Houston.
Probably Houston.
Those two are the sorriest teams in the
Yeah,
league.
those are the worst. And even Houston has David Mills that has looked good. Not crazy like badass.
Yeah, you're gonna give Longnet David Mills a chance.
Like I like him more than I like Tavares Jackson that's been in the league.
We've
for a
seen
long-
him.
And we've seen Drew Lock.
We've seen him.
Neither one.
That's why-
with Drew Lock having all the weapons he did and not getting it done, and now he's in, let's just say, the same boat. Tyler Lockett, DK, he has Noah Font still. Let's see what these guys do. Like, I'm pretty sure not after too long, Tavares Jackson's going to ride the bench and Drew Lock's going in.
That's what I'm saying. Mac Jones has more upside. He's young. These guys, we've seen them. We've seen 4 years of Drew Locks. We've seen probably like 8 years of Tavares Jackson. He was playing when AP was over there. When Percy Harvin was playing in fucking Minnesota.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So basically, the only thing I could see maybe kind of happening, and I have this theory in my head about a couple guys this year, going into this year, and it's because of what I've seen in previous years.
Uh-huh.
Keep an eye out on Mitchell Trubisky and Tavares Jackson for this reason. They both sat behind veterans as of recently for a good amount of time. Trubisky a couple years, Tavares for like 4 years, I think. Okay?
Uh-huh.
Just like Alex Smith kind of mentored Patrick, and you've seen guys be behind guys like Jimmy G behind Tom. You've seen guys. I'm not saying it's going to for sure happen, but there's that chance that Tavares flips the script like Russell. But see, Russell I always seen kind of did too much sometimes. Like he would extend the play too much instead of like, throw the ball away. You know, slide or whatever. So you see what I'm saying? And Josh Allen showed Trubisky, because they're kind of stature-wise, they're similar.
So that you think they're going to do pretty decent?
I would hope so.
So you think
Theory, in my opinion, no.
you think this guy will do good? He's been behind a veteran
Who?
for a few years, Marcus Mariota.
Maybe. So there's another. I hadn't thought about him, but maybe. But you got to remember this. he wasn't behind a guy that's similar to him. Tavares is similar to Russell in the sense they're pretty fast. They can get away from guys. Russell's probably way more accurate, but that's just something that you can't really develop too much. But it's about the smart plays. It's like, oh, look at Russell, took the 5-yarder instead of going deep to DK. Or, you know what I mean? Trubinsky found out from Josh Allen, like, yo, I can run. I'm a big guy. I got the stature to take a hit if I need to. Maybe not a big hit, but he taught me how to, like, take the hit, but, alleviate a little bit of the smashing and get yards and be productive. Marcus Mariota learned from Carr, but we've seen when Mariota's been in, he still relies a lot on his legs. Which rightfully so. He's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the league when he's, on it. We'll see in Atlanta. We'll see what they're getting going.
He got some weapons. Pitts.
Drake London's already hurt. Pitts wasn't the most flashy last year.
I mean, he did have like 900 yards or something.
And then who else they got? Ridley's not there, obviously.
You got still the fastest motherfucker in the backfield.
We'll see, but that's a good example too. I'm not sure I'm as high as the other two, and I'm not even high. Obviously, I base this off those quarterbacks. But what I'm saying is there's potential there. So we'll see what happens in the future. But for now, this is who I have the Seattle at. Now, I hope they get that, even if it results in like 5 or 6 wins.
Oh, I don't know if Seattle wants that. That's.
There's definitely a mosquito in here, and it keeps landing on me. But anyways, so I don't know. Other than that, that's all I got to say about Seattle.
Yeah, I think Seattle is an L.
Yeah, they'll probably be fighting for that number 1 pick, and we'll go from there. But all right, guys, where did you have Seattle? Do you have them worse? Because there's only one worse than this. Or did you have them better?
There was only one team worse than this one on my schedule.
There is one team worse, which is crazy. All right, guys. We'll catch you tomorrow for Tampa Bay. Please like and subscribe. Till next time with the Beard Bros. Peace.